It's so dark out there.
Deep breath. That is recording already.
Yeah, I just started it, so.
It is 6:30.
All right, we're going to call this meeting to order. Time is 6:30 p.m. I wish it was March. November 5th, 2025. Housekeeping. Town council requested people not talk between themselves during the meetings. Our meetings are live video, so others who are not able to attend the meetings can be informed. If you need to speak to someone, please go outside for that conversation. Your cooperation is appreciated. And has the town council had an opportunity to read the minutes?
Yes.
Yes, I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Oh, wait, public hearing first.
Yep, that's what I got next.
Oh, okay.
So you're on.
Alright. I'm Edwin Buswell. I'm with the Kankakee Regional Planning Commission, and we're been asked to help write a grant for the downtown revitalization study. So this is a public hearing to get any public comment or questions about the town's proposed application to the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs for a $30,000 planning grant that requires a local match of $2,650, and I believe the Uptown project will be providing those funds to the town. The application will go in next Friday, November 14th, and they should let the town know by the end of December whether it's awarded or not. This is the same funding source that funded the grant for the water project. It's a little bit simpler because it's a planning grant instead of a construction grant. Uptown is taking the lead on this, but the only eligible applicants are counties or municipalities, so that's why it has to go through the town. So you'll sign all the grant paperwork. You'll be responsible for the grant being followed, but we'll take care of all that. So there'll be, basically with the planning grant, there'll only be 2 invoices, one at 60% done and one at the end of the project. They'll have a year to complete the study once the grant's awarded. They had interviews for consultants today. I haven't got the results yet, so hopefully by tomorrow we'll know what consultant they picked, and I'll let you guys know who that is.
Okay.
So this is just an opportunity to get any public comments or questions about this application.
You got anything else on that?
That's all for the public hearing, but then there's a couple resolutions that we passed. One is to be eligible for the grant. The downtown district has to be declared a slum and blighted area. That's the only way you'll be eligible for the grant.
Why is that?
That's just the rule. They won't make the grant to anybody because the grant is to help slum and blighted areas. It's a national objective that for the water grant, the national objective was low to moderate income. For downtown studies, the only way to be eligible for that, according to federal rules, is to declare your downtown a slum and blighted area. Now, I'm a little concerned.
I'm really concerned.
With the
To sign my name on something and call it a slum, because I've been to the slum.
yeah, I can tell you, a lot of towns around here have done it. Rensselaer's done it.
What are the requirements for an area to be called?
Well, that's a little bit what I'm concerned about, that the amount of vacant buildings and the infrastructure, it's not really that bad here. So I'm a little concerned that Oker will look at it and say, well, it's really not a blighted area. But if you want to apply for the grant, you have to declare it a blighted area.
So we're declaring it a blighted area?
Right. According to Indiana code, there's a code that.
Is that dishonest?
Well, like I said, Oker will determine if what you're declaring is blighted or not.
So it's just based on what you can visibly see. It has nothing to do with
It
what.
has to have public infrastructure that is deteriorating. So you have cracks on some of your sidewalks.
We just had those done not too long.
Well, yeah, but it includes like some of the side streets,
Okay.
so,
You said empty buildings?
yeah, I talked to Uptown, they said like 13% of the buildings were vacant. I'm not sure how many. I mean, I walked in, there's not a whole lot of vacant buildings.
I don't know, one.
Yeah,
Well, the
This one,
the
that's it.
IGA,
Yeah, that's one.
yeah.
I think that's gonna be,
It's not
It's
gonna
not,
be vacant.
it's not, yeah,
Yeah.
It's not gonna be vacant for very long,
yeah.
it's about to be filled.
yeah, so I don't know if you can count that one.
Well, at the moment, we can't. Today.
I don't have the code in front of me exactly what's required.
Where they're gonna probably walk through here anyway. They come here once in a while anyway, so they already know.
Yeah, well, I have to include pictures and the
40% of the first floor. 40% of the second floor commercial. Students, public. I'm sorry. I don't think we qualify. What happens if we don't sign this? We won't get it.
we won't be able to apply, I mean, we can't.
And who started this? Did the Uptown Project start it? Is there, and there's nobody here from the Uptown Project? Are you?
Darlene started it,
Okay,
and then I think Kim Shiger's taking over.
okay. Do you think that we would be called a slum?
This is first I heard of this.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I wish it.
Yeah, I'd lean more toward the blighted than this. It's just the phrase that they have, but
Okay.
more blighted.
Blighted?
Yeah.
So what's the difference between blighted and a slum? Do you know?
No,
One empty building.
it's just the, it sounds better.
It sounds
And
bad.
it's not gonna be publicly wrote in the paper that due to the fact that Francesville's a slum, they're trying to get a $30,000 grant.
And so what's
I
the?
think it's just a wording.
Yeah, so what, with the $30,000, what is it actually going to? You said planning, so it's $30,000 and they're just gonna give
They're,
Francesville a plan of what they can do to improve, is that?
yeah, they'll hire a consultant who will come in and do a study of what improvements might be taken, what type of businesses you might be able to attract, what kind of programs you might need to attract businesses. Like they'll do like streetscape improvement plans, cost estimates to get new streetlights.
Can this be delayed a month, or does it have to be signed today?
Your thoughts on
If
it?
you want to go in this round, it has to go in, it has to be today because the grant's due next week. Now, they do have 3 rounds, they've had 4 rounds, but next year they're only going to have 3 rounds. We don't know the date for sure, I'm assuming it's going to be due March, April probably.
So what would happen if we wait for the next round? It would be, I would be more comfortable if like Kim had come and talked to us about it and given us some idea. I don't know. That's my own personal opinion.
So there's other definitions for blighted. It could
Okay.
also be deteriorating infrastructure or lack of investment.
He's reading it so we can get his opinion.
Huh?
He's reading it so we can get his opinion.
Yeah. Well, I might go along with that blighted, that opinion, because I
One of
think,
those,
Here's the thing,
okay,
if you ask somebody that lives in Carmel whether or not this is a blighted area, they're gonna say yes. If you ask somebody that lives in Francesville, they're gonna say no.
No,
So, I mean,
you're
it's very
right.
subjective, obviously.
okay.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk you into it, because we understand how people talk, you know, you pass it, and someone's out there going, we have the county council saying we're a slum. That's not really the case, I guess. You have to decide how bad you want the 30 grand. Unfortunately, they hold the purse string, so if they said, I mean, you aren't committing perjury by passing this
Okay.
resolution, because they're gonna make a determination whether or not you qualify anyway. It looks like there's several prerequisites. It's necessary for effective action to eliminate blighted conditions, improvements to sidewalks and streetlights have deteriorated. There's been a cessation of private investment since the 90s. But again, you ask somebody in Carmel, what
You're
is a
right.
cessation of investment? They say, oh, 2 or 3 years without investment. You ask somebody here and you say, 40 years.
Yeah.
It's just, so, you know, this,
Okay, I never thought of it like that. Just like that you're here.
well, I mean, it's just, I mean, most of, like when you deal with the unsafe building law in Indiana, like I do with most of these small towns and even up in Stark County, as the county attorney up there, they define an unsafe building very, very broadly, so you can take a lot of issues in a more expedited manner, right? So every small town has blighted buildings that could be unsafe, would necessitate you guys taking action. So I get it. I wouldn't want to call the town that I live in, and you're proud of, you can say, oh, it's slum and blighted area, because it's almost a slap in the face, but it's all subjective, and they're going to determine whether or not it qualifies anyway.
Okay.
It might not, because it says 14% or more of the downtown area has to have, 14% of the first floor commercial space, 14% of the second floor commercial space, and 14% of the total commercial space is currently vacant. I'm not qualified, you're
Well, the
right.
second floor, I think a lot of those are vacant, they're not being used, so that might qualify as.
I get it.
Okay, all right, thanks, Justin. All right. I'm
So-
fine. Yeah.
With this $30,000 grant, that would pay the consultant. There would be no action taken, as in like, no sidewalks would actually be put in.
No.
This is just to pay the
like-
person to tell us how to fix our town.
Right,
Okay,
or the downtown area.
okay. And how is the consultant chosen? Is that something the town does, or is it the?
They've already had meetings.
They had Uptown interviewed this afternoon.
Okay, so local people decided the person?
Yeah.
Okay,
Kim
Kim
and
was one of
Shane and Nathan and
okay.
the woman from Clyde's Burgers, I don't remember her name.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Is that the emails we've been getting about a meeting? And they were talking about, I got some emails about.
You're the liaison for this, so you
This
would.
is what you gotta sign. You want the rest of it here?
Do you guys want me to sign it if you're moving forward?
I signed it.
Okay.
And then there was a second resolution that just authorizes the submittal of the application
Well, that was the
and a
second
local
resolution
match.
right there.
Is that it? Okay. Is that the only thing we have to sign, just the one?
There should be two.
Yeah, there
Two.
should be two. That's just resolution number 2. There's another one in there.
So then, for communication purposes, I believe you are the liaison.
Okay.
If you weren't aware, you are now.
Thank you.
There would be, like, she would be CC'd into the emails with Uptown and the
This is the other
consultant.
one.
So should I be going to the meetings then, huh?
There should be another.
I mean, on our end, I would recommend it because
Well,
we kind
yeah.
of want to know what's happening as well.
And who's in charge?
I believe Kim
Kim?
Shagler.
She was here a couple meetings ago to
Is she,
initially talk about
is she at the bank?
Yes,
What was her
Everything that you gave me, I printed, so.
I have no idea.
I do. Wait a minute, I'll tell you. I was a bus driver. I had her in
It
school.
might be in this.
So you're just the grant process, so once this is awarded, we don't deal with you anymore.
No, I mean, we'll do the administration of it,
Okay.
so, we'll, like, keep in contact
Okay.
with it, and
Okay.
we'll do the drawdowns and have
Okay.
fill-ins and the bid, but we'll make sure all the grant requirements are met.
These go together.
She was in the better than me.
Well, I have a copy right here, so it's probably in there, but like I said, that just authorizes the submittal of the application and the local
Oh, I
match.
got it here. I had it.
Oh, okay. I knew.
I was like, I thought I printed it.
But if there's someone you want us to include in all the emails,
Okay.
we can definitely make sure that.
I think I've been getting them. Water gone. Yeah, I know.
Another one we gotta sign. I've already signed it.
I'll have you do it. It's only one. Or
Oh,
wait, I guess I.
because there's two. Yeah. Open it. Jeff, do you know when the next meeting is for that project? I probably should go to
What
those.
would be specifically for this,
Or am I supposed to be liaison for everything or just that?
just that?
Oh, okay, well, then never mind.
I'll let you know when it is, so.
Okay, that'd be great.
Sure.
That way I might go to that anyway.
Yep.
So there's a chance it won't get funded this time, so then if it doesn't get funded, we can reapply the next round and
Okay.
when those rounds are. Like I said, with that it's not that poor condition that we might not score real well on some of the categories.
We say something's bad, right?
So that's what you guys approved then? Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So do I need to have Kim reach out to you and kind
So
of
you need this paperwork.
Yeah,
get on the same page?
Yeah.
Do you need it?
yeah, I think
I can send you
we
copies
reach out
of
to
it.
Yeah,
Joanne,
I think everyone's
unless she
Make
has
sure
our
that everyone
emails already,
signed it.
otherwise
Or you
just
need-
Yeah.
have her send it to Joanne
And the
and
direct deposit sheet's in there too. so-
Okay,
Yep.
so I'll send these to you, copies of them.
Okay.
And then you can send me the signage.
Yep, I'll send that to you.
Thank you, Evan.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Now, do I need to stop this for you and start the new one?
I don't think you can stop it, yeah, I think we can just keep going.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you guys are up.
Rhonda Terry, and I'm here to talk to you about America 250. It's been a while since I've been here.
I thought you were here before.
Yes. And so I wanted to go over a couple of the initiatives that we've started, what's on deck leading up to July 4th, 2026, and then a few days after. On national initiatives as well as what we're doing in the county. The first thing you'll see is our 250 and 250. So I've engaged the entire Pulaski County community in walking a mile every day to get healthier. We've set up a sign-up sheet. I want to engage all age levels, so that's why you see sponsorships there. So if we have kids that want to get involved, then they can go to grandma, they can go to the neighbor, get $5 from whoever they want to, and then that pays their entry fee. And with that, or the enrollment fee, and with that, you'll get little bonuses for every milestone. So every 50 miles, we're gonna meet here in Francesville, you'll get your lapel pin, or you'll get your patch, or you'll get your zipper pull. As you can see the logo at the top, we came up with that particular one after many go-arounds, so it's Pulaski County, America 250, Indiana. So that's the one that we're going to use on everything. The reason why we didn't stick with the Indiana 250 is because anything that we attach dollars to, we can't use the Indiana one because then the money would all go back to the state of Indiana and not stay in Pulaski County. They're saying that they are trying to do a grant for Pulaski County, every county in the state, but they keep dragging their feet on it, so I'm not holding my breath. As it stands right now, we have 24 people that are signed up and participating. We actually started on October 28th, but my whole mantra is it's never too late to start. You can always catch up. It's on the honor system, so, I know that if you start late, you'll catch up with your miles. I wanted to show you, so the final thing that we're going to give out to everybody on July 4th is a medallion. And so I talked about coins when I was here last time. So we're still going to have the idea of the coins, but this is going to be, instead of doing like a 5K, we're doing the 250 miles, so you'll get the nice medallion. And we've done Pulaski County and then all the incorporated towns around the edge, so you'll see it here. And it'll be on a red, white, and blue lanyard. We're also doing I have other ideas. I would like to do just the logo and put it on everybody's door. So that way, like if you have an employee that's participating, in the 250 and 250, then we want to put a logo out on your door. If you want to donate to the cause to help fund some of the extras that we may have, then we can do that. We can put the logo on your door. And that's just a few other little ideas. So we're planning to do flags, so we can hang a flag, you know, give a flag to Francesville, give one to the library, whoever wants a flag. So we need funding for that as well. The state of Indiana, they also have a license plate for America 250. And all of those extra funds go to the state's initiatives. But they wanted us to talk about that. They also have a contest, and they just started it. It's called America's Field Trip, and this is for grades 3 through 12. So I'm going around. I'll be at West Central to talk about this. I'm going to be over in Winnemac talking about it. And it is, you can do either an essay, a photo, or a drawing and submit it, and it goes till March 30th of next year. And then they'll award the winners. And there's 125 first place awardees, and they could win a 3-day, 2-night trip to a select historical or cultural site in July or August of 2026. And they'll receive cash awards, and the 3 educators who help sponsor the kids who do this event, then they'll also receive funds too. So that's something that we're really pushing, and that's a national campaign. So it's something that we're getting everybody involved in. Time capsule, we want to do a time capsule. So with the different things that we're giving out for our 250 and 250, we'll add those to the time capsule. I found it very interesting, being a 50-something, that they want to do the time capsule opening in 2076. So this is where I need the youth to engage. So that way, and I've heard some great things. We've had several meetings for America 250 where they've opened time capsules 50 years later. And they've had kids who wrote something when they were 5 years old and then opened it in the time capsule, and it just brought tears to everybody's eyes. So I think that's very impactful and something I want to really focus on. And
I know, yeah.
but I looked at the dates and I was like, oh my, yeah.
Yeah. 50 years.
But you have a baby, so you can write a letter to the baby. I mean, that would be a great way.
Would
Yeah.
that be something?
Absolutely. Then the next couple of things coming down the pipeline, in April and May, we're going to start engaging everybody to decorate their buildings, do lights, red, white, and blue. And this is going to continue on through July 4th and further on. You know, they've even said that they're going to leave everything up and still do the promotions even to the end of 2026. So they just want to make sure that 2026 is the year. June 14th, we'll have a Flag Day event. That's something that's still in the planning stages, and that's July 14th. July 4th, of course, more events to come. We want to do breakfasts in different locations throughout the county that morning. And then, of course, the 250 and 250, we're going to have an award ceremony so everybody will get their medallion. Then on July 5th, another national campaign is America's Potluck. So they want to promote community gatherings. So whether that be at a church level, that be in a park, we're trying to kind of hash that out. So again, more to come. And then July 8th, this one is definitely set. So July 8th of 1776 is when they read out loud the Declaration of Independence. So they want us to get on our courthouse steps and read the Declaration of Independence. And this, again, is something I want to get the youth involved in and have them read a line and be in a character and, have little John Hancocks running around and, all that good stuff. So that one is one I'm really focusing on. And then you see the 250. So I encourage everyone here to please sign up. I've been posting. We have a Facebook page. I've been posting every day. If you've not been to the Historical Society in Winamac, please check it out. Please check it out. It's
It is nice.
very, very nice. Very nice.
What's it called, 250? I know the sesquicentennial and all that. What is it?
Semi-quincentennial. The semi-quincentennial. Yep.
That's a mouthful.
Yep. And I'm actually speaking at the high school for Veterans Day in Winamac. So I'm going to talk about, patriotism is the focus. Going to talk about America 250, encourage more youth to get involved because we need those young historians. And, being on the Historical Society, there are so many that have the wealth of knowledge that are getting older. So we need the youth to hear the stories so they can carry everything on. And so with that, I just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention. I'm going to be Saturday afternoon, I'll be out here. I'll have a booth set up. So if you have any questions or if you want to drop off your form, I encourage you to please join us. Mike Teedy's, I got his buy-in. He's been walking and posting. And so it's Plaskite County Celebrates America 250 on Facebook. So I appreciate your time and thank you. If you have any questions, just feel free to email or info at I think it's historical. I always forget because it's not Historical Society. PlaskiteHistory.net. We have info there, so you can reach out there. Or you can contact me directly. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, pretty cool.
All right, thanks again for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You've done a lot of work.
All right, I'm going to bring up a special event permit for the outdoor market. We need to decide to approve. And the author sitting in a blue sweatshirt hoodie.
Really? Is this his handwriting?
Darlene needs to take care of those, so I apologize, it's late. I'll try to make sure they're here the month before.
Just know, Doug, I don't know if he's explained, the street will be closed on
Yes.
Bill Street to Jeans.
Yeah, I actually got Morgan's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will approve it. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And it's without fee, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fire department.
Last month, we had 10 total runs. We had 5 medical, 1 accident, and 1 mutual aid, and only equals 7. And so I don't know what to do on track. But we had 10. But that's what I was saying. I just did the math today, I was like, that don't work. So, our 2 new guys that came on are right now taking first responder classes also in one neck. So need more first responders, so that's good to see.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh blood.
Fresh blood.
Yep. Fresh and young.
How many do you have down, AJ?
First responders or firefighters?
Firefighters.
21.
21.
Don't ask first responders. I'd say about half.
Okay. And what's the difference between a first responder and a firefighter? They come first?
Yeah, no. Like, you can go to medical calls.
Oh, okay.
You can go to medical calls.
Okay,
You can do
all right.
oxygen, you can do patient care.
Oh,
First responder, firefighter, you can't.
This first responders have responded to you first, probably.
when I fell. No, just the ambulance came when I fell. Oh, shoot.
That's all. I
Did
got.
you go to that corn fire out here?
Yeah. That's a good one.
How many acres?
7, 10.
Standing?
It was standing, yeah.
9 more.
7, 10 of them is not standing anymore.
Okay, I have a dumb question. May I ask a dumb question?
No such thing as dumb question.
There isn't a well, I have one. This is really dumb. This is really dumb, and I know it's probably stupid, but if a popcorn field starts on fire, does it pop?
That is a dumb question.
Thank you.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. I just,
And she used to teach our young.
It's not hot long enough, and if it is
Oh,
hot,
okay.
it just burns it.
it just, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
It just came to me.
That was a good question.
You wanted to go too, didn't you? See, I knew it.
Gotta wait for it to rain to shrink it up.
That's all you got then?
That's all I got.
Before we move on, I went to the Pulaski County Emergency Management meeting this morning. They had like a mitigation meeting plan with, I think it was people from the state. I was asked to go as a liaison to the town, but they requested other people to show up for their next meeting. We filled out like this, it was like basically like an informational form for them to take back to the state for like all kinds of disasters that could happen. I don't think it was a bad thing I was there, but I think it would be good for you or Buzz or someone from the fire department to go to the next one as well. Because they asked for like hard numbers on like how many corn fires they had and like how many road closures because of flash floods or something. I just think next time when I find out about the meeting, I can ask
Is there
one
like
of you.
6 of them meetings?
I don't know. This was the first one I've ever been invited to.
Nobody would put it on.
It was Sheila or Rochelle, but it was at the emergency management building. Yeah. And Gary was there and like all the other town representatives. Well, everybody but Madeiryville.
The problem was it was in the morning instead of the afternoon.
Yes.
People were
Yes.
actually at work.
And I think from what I understood, it was a very last minute meeting. I don't think they necessarily knew when the state was coming. But a lot of the other people, there was like head of the Pulaski EMS was there and she had a lot of information. But I just didn't feel like I had the correct information to give them. And I know Buzz, from what he's talked about, like he would know numbers off the top of his head.
Yeah.
So
There.
if you or Buzz would go, I will try to forward that email to you guys because I think it'd be good.
Yeah. You have an email?
I think I do actually.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I had.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Activity report for October, total hours 178, 40 of that was vacation. Hickman worked 0 hours. He was going to work for me over vacation, but had a medical emergency, so he is going to be out until January, February. Traffic enforcement was 5, also 2. At the bottom for miscellaneous, I got the email from Nathan that was addressed to several of us about the engine brakes. I contacted the state. The state has since contacted me back and pretty much said that they wouldn't just put signs up for the engine brakes because they believe it's a safety thing, and that if we wanted to amend our ordinance to include that, then we could petition the state to put them up. They still may not do it, but we could ask them to do that.
Like our noise ordinance?
Yes, it would be under the noise ordinance, and then we would just have to put in there for the compression brake. I do have a call in to Jamie Scott, and I've not heard anything back yet. But I also think that she's probably, she or he, I'm not sure, is probably fairly busy. The first lady I talked to said that it usually takes her anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to call back, so. So once I hear, then I'll know what we need to do.
Okay. I mean, this is the first complaint we've had that I know of, that you know of.
I've never got a complaint on it, and to be honest, I'm kind of shocked that I haven't, because it is all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point that I even went to the trucking company head person and said, why did they do that? And he's like, I don't know, because it sounds cool. I mean, that's exactly what I said.
I use it on my truck, but I don't do it in town. I do it out in the county or on the highway, but I don't do it here.
Yeah, his comment was they should have already been slowed down because the ones that are doing it as they're coming in,
Too fast.
from the south, and they do it to make their turn on the Gordon. So, but, so he is aware of it. That's, that's normally the ones I see.
It's usually the big Pete's, KW.
Yeah.
Alrighty, street department.
Obviously, we started to pick up leaves, grass, brush. And I'm asking that, we put something on Facebook for people not to put the leaves by their cars and or mailboxes, telephone poles, because it's, we only have so much room, and when we pull away, we're dodging cars, basically, so they can.
Will you remind me tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the same sense, streets, Ken Smith is done with our road evaluation, and we should hear something back next month. I've also tried to add sidewalks into that as well. Basically because I didn't write, my brain's not really loaded, but it would be from just a little north of J. Johnson, Beaver, who lives there? Buffy Weaver. From there to the park would be sidewalks as well, to try to get that implemented.
There aren't any sidewalks there at Schultz's either, is there, or is there?
It actually would be Schultz's,
Okay.
the ones that are all beat up, banged up anyway, and then that way kids aren't in the road to get to the park.
Yeah, that's true.
Just the east side.
I would think that we might run into an issue there as far as going across. Like in town, we're like 10 feet off the road. Out that way, I don't think we are.
Would you say that again?
Where you would place the sidewalks, you're gonna put it on their properties.
Did you
No.
use it?
If you're going from,
No, most of it is, there's existing sidewalks already that are just beat up or banged
is
up.
there from Gordon to Ada?
No.
There's nothing there.
Right. But that's still an easement where they would come through. I guess I'd have to show you where I want them. Also, we're thinking about bringing them out and adding curbing. And since we have drainage under there anyway, we just tap into that. So you would actually have curbing
Mm-hmm.
as you go through there. So they would be lumped out. Like in front of Jay Johnson's house, there's actually 2 small maple trees. Those would be removed because they're actually, if you're coming from Gordon, they're a issue anyway because you can't see oncoming traffic.
There at Sutton's.
No.
Oh,
One street,
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're coming from the east going west, right there, you can't really see what's coming anyway.
And so, like in front of the Gaines's, there's no sidewalk, so are you putting sidewalk there? From Gordon to
Yes,
Ada?
there would be sidewalk there.
Okay.
Yes.
So would you crouch on there,
No,
walk, or you would be on the road? Or half an
You
hour?
would basically be at the edge of the road and street right there.
Okay.
And that wouldn't be curbing because it's gonna be, you have to be able to have drainage as well. And that doesn't have to be in there. That's just something we thought,
Would be nice.
we need to start getting sidewalks so kids aren't walking in the streets.
Yeah.
So in that same token, I had somebody call me a while back concerned because somebody in town reseeded their lawn and in the meantime took out their sidewalk. And they asked me if they were allowed to because they thought the town owned it. And I said, I honestly am not entirely sure, so I don't want to give you the wrong answer. So I wasn't sure what the answer is, basically.
Just be like someone going out to the street and pulling up asphalt. Technically speaking, the homeowner owns to the middle of the street, but the town has an easement or right-of-way over the existing portion of their property. Same with the sidewalks. That is town-owned sidewalk in a town easement, even though the underlying ground belongs to the property owner. So If they pull it out, I mean, technically speaking, you can force them to put it back in,
Okay,
or put it in and bill them.
okay. So in this token, if we're adding sidewalks where there are no existing sidewalks, we have that right?
If it's within the town's easement.
Okay, and then it's maintained by the town.
What is the town's easement? How
Well,
far?
it depends, sorry, I
Oh.
didn't mean to cut you off. It depends on how you specify in your, I don't know, this is probably something old, but whenever you guys put in those sidewalks, or first put in the first sidewalks, whatever that was, there's probably something in your zoning code that talks about whose responsibility is to maintain the sidewalks. That also goes to if somebody slips and falls on a sidewalk, whose responsibility is it? Usually the property owner, even though it's a town-owned sidewalk.
That's what I was told years ago when.
And I remember that as well, so I almost wanted to tell the person it's the property owner's sidewalk, but then I didn't want to be wrong because,
Yeah, sometimes even go so far as, I'm not telling you guys to do this, go so far as to put in sidewalk and then bill all the homeowners for the cost of the sidewalk. Because the idea is that it appreciates the value of your property, so you shouldn't, be unjustly enriched. Now, I'm not saying I agree with that, but that's,
yeah,
the approach some take. So yeah, it's kind of stinks for the property owner because again, it's the town who can put in the sidewalk and say you're responsible for maintaining it, but at the end of the day, it's still town-owned property because it's within your right of way.
okay.
Is
I mean,
that-
it's ultimately up to you guys, but we applied for that as well.
Okay.
So what is the easement from the middle of the road to how far in?
Oh,
Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Well, like our street, where my sidewalk's at is 10 feet off.
Okay.
So they own basically that area. Like when we had trees there and they took them down, the town paid for it because they were their trees. So I would say that area, but I don't.
Did
you
the
don't have
town own
much
that
over
one
here.
tree?
How can we find that information?
Yes.
Like the easement size, because I feel like some of the streets are smaller, this might be dumb,
There's actually a road in them.
but I'm saying if a street is narrower on one,
It was.
is this dumb?
I think it's in the zoning thing.
So this is
I
a
don't
zoning
think it- I
issue,
don't think
not
it
a-
was that.
Oh, on certain roads, because I thought there was some difference, like it's from the center of the road in or something.
I know Greg,
County roads are that way, from the center of the road to
Like that one where
it's
he's
40
talking
feet on
about
each
the
side, 20 feet on either
I
side.
thought we looked it up and I thought it was 6 or 10 feet off the center of the roadway, but what's the center of the roadway?
and that's not very far.
Six is it?
Well, it's interesting,
Yeah.
you don't realize, like in town, technically the property owner owns to the middle of the street. So if a road is ever vacated, like, vacation of a road, that's why you get up to the middle of the street and split amongst neighboring property owners. So you own it to the middle of the street, but there's a public right of way where you pave, where you put sidewalks. So, I mean, you own it, but you have no rights to it over and above what the general public has. So, yeah.
So most of the streets in town are 22 feet wide. This one's 32.
It's Main Street.
Hmm?
It's Main Street.
Yeah.
All right, I think.
All right, moving on.
After all that comes in, then we can evaluate it. See what you guys thought. On to, let's just go straight to water. Obviously, the antenna installed for the new meters. We have 3 meters active, but 1 that's being used currently. And we technically put it in September of last year. When we activated through the software in her office, it backlogged all the way to that. So for every hour that meter, any hour that meter was used, it logged it. Well, it logs it regardless every hour, but, and the only thing they have, for example, this is out of permit, is a toilet. Every time they flush that toilet, it logs the complete usage of water, which is 1.67 gallons of water. So, an example of, because I'm happy as anybody could ever be. An example is it's a 3-inch meter that'll be in at the nursing home. Right now, technically, if somebody flushes the toilet, it's probably not even picking that up. If somebody goes and gets a drink of water, it's gonna pick that up. That's how accurate they really are. So that's all been started. All right, where are we at then? Park, the bathrooms are closed in winterized because of the weather that's coming up the end of this week. We did get the fans installed. I might have brought that up at the last meeting inside whatchamacallit building,
Shelter house.
shelter house.
Thanks to Parks and David.
Thanks to Park Union, they also gave us lights. We haven't got to those yet because we're gonna have to run some wiring.
For the inside of it?
For the inside, yes. I believe that's it for me this month.
Nothing on the sewer?
Yes, as far as,
You didn't cover anything on sewer, so I was just asking.
that's basically dormant until spring. We have started the walls, we're kind of watching out. The AJ brought us, what do you call that, rip wrap?
That's good. Rip wrap.
Rip wrap. So we started putting that in the ponds out there to keep the sides from washing out. So that's all that's being done out there right now.
As far as park, you mentioned the other day in Jolen's office, Max, the director of Parkview, asked about putting holiday lights up in the walking path.
We never asked.
It was me and you talking.
Oh, it was you.
It was just me and you talking.
Okay, I couldn't remember if him and Buzz were in there or not.
No, I think
Okay.
they came in later after we
Do you know his timeline or if he's requesting help?
No,
Okay,
he just mentioned it a few weeks ago,
okay.
just so if someone asked what he was doing.
I know it was brought
That'd be nice.
the previous year through Darlene. But I thought the Uptown project was gonna do that. She just wanted to know if there's outlets at the bottom of every light, which there is, and they all do work.
Okay.
All right. Is that it for you?
That should go.
Clerk?
Nothing really. Brian did give me a quote for my door, if you guys wanna look at it. If you guys wanna replace it. Remember you guys approved to get my door replaced a few meetings ago? I just dropped off the quote for it.
The door leaks when it rains down under the,
I'm in no rush to get a new door, because this quote is stupid, so.
Oh.
So, I'm not very worried about it, but I'm just
What is the
presenting
quote?
it to you guys so you can see it. It's for one door.
So at this time, I vote that you guys let me go by to the,
Talking,
clear call.
So,
does it look bad before I go even?
it's when
I
it
know, I'm
rains,
just
the
saying.
water comes.
What do you
in.
think I wanna
I'm
approve
gonna-
that?
I'm going to mistake. The cat was here when it did it.
Yeah, and something,
So
but
that's
it's
the
not
window,
him, it's
so what leaks?
Yeah, under the
For
window, there's
whatever
like
reason,
framing
steel
and it
frame
always
doors
leaks in
are-
the same spot.
Yes, with the window.
I forget.
And we're looking at just one door right now,
just
right?
my door. So that, if you wanted to replace
The price,
all those
just
doors,
the labor.
that's how many for one would be.
What's the total?
It's like
Almost
14.
19.
Yeah.
Whoa.
For now, I'd say we can still come and see how that
Like,
goes.
I'll save it up.
What makes it so expensive?
The steel structure with, and then like, Doug just said, and there's a window in the middle of it.
Like that door needs
Okay.
replaced or the door handle needs replaced because it
I put a new front
sticks.
door to home is
Well,
only 32 inches wide.
You guys are supposed to
12
replace
Wow.
that.
Just
That was
the door.
approved, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Everything's
But,
expensive though anymore, isn't it?
The door wasn't approved, a keypad was.
yeah, I keep that, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I think a keypad would be nice.
We did approve to get that door replaced.
The keypad, not the door. Just
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
keypad.
No, it was just the
It
keypad
was
for that
supposed
one.
to.
Yeah, it was just the keypad for that one and then it was supposed to be all the doors. Because mine and the EMS were the ones that leaked, but for as much as one door is, probably not gonna happen. So, but I'm just presenting it, did my due diligence and that's
That
that.
would do diligence.
Table it for now.
Yes.
I'll
This
just
might
put
go
it
down
to the
after
side.
COVID.
So, okay.
Well, can we authorize Lyle to get what he said and have him see if he can fix the door?
Yeah, I don't need to prove it.
Oh,
He's got $250 to play with.
oh, okay, well then, good.
Plus we got credit up in Menard for like $400.
Whoa, can we use it individually?
No.
Oh. Shucks.
Go to council about that.
We're in enough trouble.
Then we would get, oh, then they could get news coming to our town,
Yeah, bad kind of.
and then they would say, well, this is a slum.
There we go, that's what we need.
Any old business?
Yes, the Wi-Fi is fixed, correct, Jolyn?
Yes, everything, he's just waiting on something to get it on my computer apart, but I told him I need it done before we get the new meter installation software, so it can all be on the same
Okay,
thing.
so
he's
hound
aware.
him until
Oh,
that
I've
happens.
stopped in there like, how many days have I been here this week?
And then also,
Well, tell him if he doesn't do it soon, Brightspeed's coming in.
Oh no, I just canceled them the other day, so.
will you ask him about, I know we figured it out, but we did not do it correctly, the time on your phone.
Oh, well, it's on
I
there.
figured it out.
You did? Okay.
I can show
That
you.
was just minor, but it's been bothering me since I left the office.
Okay.
All right, new business?
No, wait a minute, old business is the park board, are we gonna talk about that? That
Yeah,
old
we
business,
can.
or no?
It's important.
Is it old or new?
Both.
Okay,
It'd be old.
okay, let's do old. So what have we done? Was anything done last meeting?
We had someone ask about a donation for the town for something for the park. And it was put on hold for him to figure out where the money needed to go. And then also because we didn't have
The park board?
any names yet for people on the Parks Board. And then basically, I talked to the secretary of the Parks Board from Winnemac today. And I remember when you said we need 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats. And she said the law just changed today where it can be a school board appointee or a library board appointee, but it doesn't have to be a board member. It can be a resident within the library district. She didn't use the word district, but I don't know what she used.
Township.
Town, yeah,
Is it Kim you talked to?
yes.
Kim.
So, I didn't realize we had to have 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats.
Always,
That's what she
anytime we
told
have a
me.
board.
So I think that will be difficult for us if we limit it to town limits.
There's a lot of Democrats around here.
There
No.
aren't very many.
And the ones that we do
I
have,
only
it's
know
hard,
one.
it's hard to get them on the boards we already have.
Hmm?
Me too, probably.
So is there, I don't want to say is there a way around that, because I want to go by the rules, but if it's
Well,
impossible,
it could be a libertarian or,
Yeah, you get.
Independent.
being an
Yeah, but do you
do you
know
know
why that?
any of them?
no.
I don't either.
In that same token, I say that because our zoning board right now is missing an important member because we don't have the correct
Yeah.
And we
stipulations.
can't find
It's
one.
been-
2-mile radius,
So,
I believe.
also in that same token,
No.
The
like,
zoning one?
No.
Yes,
It's gotta be somebody outside the corporate limits that is either a Democrat or independent.
but within 2 miles, though, right?
but this is zoning, I'm talking about
Within
park
2
board,
miles,
sorry, I
yeah.
went off track.
But I don't know anybody.
Neither.
So back to the park board, in the same question of getting people on the board, I have a couple people asking if they can be on the board even though they're not in town limits and they are not in Salem
Then they
Township.
can't be on the board.
So I didn't know, I know there are state rules we have to follow, but I didn't know if we can, because Winnemac has nobody within town limits on their board, she told me.
Everybody's within the Monroe Township areas, though,
Okay.
which is
So
the
how-
difference.
She didn't know
Because
about
there's 4
that.
Monroe precincts,
Okay.
and they pick them from Monroe. So likewise, I don't really see an issue if you, I'd have to double check, it's been almost 10 years since
Yeah.
I looked at this.
She said it's been 10 years since
Yeah.
Winnemac's been established.
But you might be able to pick people within your Salem Township here, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, I would say in
You
Salem
might- let me double check
Township, not
that.
outside of Salem.
But that's not changed, yeah, it's just been too long. And I'll have to look, I don't even, it's been 10 years since I've looked at it. Because it used to be, if it was a school board appointment, they could pick anybody. If it was
Okay.
a library board appointment, it had to be somebody from the library board. But if Kim's saying that changed, it might be the case, I've not looked at it.
She said it just happened today.
And how many? Is there a set number?
Minimum of 4, maximum of 6.
Winnemac had 4 to start, and they changed to 5 because of tiebreaker
Yeah, I
ordinance.
think that's.
So she recommended 5, and that's kind of what we have been discussing too. I'm asking because there are 3 people that have a vested interest in being on the board. I know that 2 of them pretty certain all three are in Jefferson Township or White Post Township, like literally on the edge.
Yeah, here's another one too, because you guys are such a special case. Most of our rural counties are special cases is, we can always talk to our legislators, like Kendall, for example, because we've had, at least up in Stark County, we've had sponsored legislation to change rules just for units, specific units, because you're so small, they don't think about the Winnemacs, the Francesvilles, the New Jeffersons, they think about the Indianapolises, the Fort Waynes, the South Bends. So, if it's not a possibility, we've got pretty receptive representatives,
Yeah.
we can say, hey, this is what we need, can you sponsor something, and that's not.
So would it
Pretty
be
big.
just a specific rule for just Francesville?
So usually what they do is they do it by population. They'll say, for towns with populations
Okay.
less than 1,500.
Okay.
Or if you look in the code, if they're wanting to talk about a specific city instead of naming the city, they'll say, if you've got a population between 250 and 274,000, because they're, trying to
Yeah.
hone in on one city. So that could be a possibility for you guys. It may be something to think about if you want him to come to a meeting and say, not just for your park board, but we don't have a full zoning board. And that's an issue for you guys because, if you've got big ticket items and people want to locate within your 2-mile zoning area and apply for a variance, if you can't see a BZA or a planning commission to try to prohibit people from coming in your 2-mile zoning, it's tough for you to do that. I know there's certain businesses you don't want locating in your 2-mile buffer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you may just lump that into one question for them and say, we've got a peculiar issue here. Can we talk about you potentially working some type of legislation that could exempt, small municipalities from this kind of thing?
I would be okay with at least, figuring out if that's a possibility, because something small as the park board, or, not as small, but these people that have a vested interest in the community, and even though they live outside of town limits, they come to the park, they're involved in like the youth league and stuff. I don't want to deny them just because it's how the rule is written.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you have contact information with them too, but, do you want me to reach out to them and see if we'll come to your next meeting? So you guys,
Yeah.
I'm sure, again, a lot of you probably talk to them, but.
Yeah, I talked to him. I buy pickles off of him.
I would like it if
It's a
you
problem you
did
guys
too.
have had for a lot of years. Before,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
2 or 3 of you were even on the board, we've not been able to see a full BZA or planning commission since I wrote the original ordinance to formally set it up 5 years ago.
So we
We
could,
have more than enough members for a quorum and all that. We're just missing one member
Yeah.
because
so we could
they're
get
out.
that changed then
The
too.
guy that was here was Woody, and Woody had to resign because of health, and then they moved, so,
Yeah.
but he was an independent.
Yeah, just perhaps it's worth, if you guys, in the next month, think of how maybe you would like the wording so it helps you guys to appoint people to that board, because that's gonna be the next question. It's gonna be, okay, sounds good. What do you propose is the workaround for you guys? If it's, I don't know, if you're struggling to find somebody within a 2-mile buffer that's a registered independent, this is our issue. This is what we want to see.
So what would you recommend would be a solution to that? Would it be,
I'd have to look at the statute and see what it says. I don't even know offhand. I'm sure political affiliation plays a part in your BZA and planning commission appointments. It could be, for a unit of government with under 1,500 people, the political affiliation is dropped. That'll help you fill your planning commission. And if it's for your park board, yeah.
Because in the adopted zoning that we have, it's listed in there what membership form.
And it's gonna help a lot more than you guys, trust me. I don't represent a town, Knox has a lot of people in it. I don't represent a town that has more than 4,000 people, and that's a lot of units around the state. A lot of them have these same issues. I see you go around on the listserv.
so we could potentially we could ask them just to take the regulation off about being affiliated
You
with the.
you have a population base, which is what it should be, in the interest of fairness. Some of these prohibitions on political affiliation
Yeah.
should be population based, because in South Bend, it's not an issue. In New Ross, Indiana, a town of 300 that I represent, it's a huge issue,
Yeah.
so it just doesn't make sense, at
Okay.
least in my mind, so.
All right. So you're gonna reach out to them to come to our next
Yeah, if
meeting?
you guys would like me to.
That
I would.
I would too.
I hate that this has been like so long drawn out. I would, obviously don't think it's gonna happen now, but I would like to at least begin at the beginning of the year so they can somewhat be established for next year. Is that possible? If we already have some people in mind, we only need a few more. I mean, how long would it take
Like
Kendall
sponsored
to,
legislation or something?
yeah, like how, that's what I'm saying, going this route, I feel like it's
I
gonna
mean, you
just draw
can
out.
get, I mean, you can get something, I mean, if it's something that he can get people on board with, I mean, something you can have probably in the next session. You know, it's not like you'd be waiting 5 years for it, but, you know, it may take longer than a month.
Okay.
So what do you think, because I haven't heard anything.
I talked to a couple people today, and the names that Susie messaged us yesterday.
One, I'm not gonna say names, but one was just recently a board member that is interested,
Mhm.
Well, I think we also need to look at,
doesn't live in, just outside of, you know, but he,
but I think we need to have somebody who knows about grant writing. And I know Darlene, did,
Mhm.
and there are a couple of teachers that live in town that I know do.
Mhm.
So I think, that's, important, somebody who has that,
knowledge.
that experience. Right,
All right, any new business?
I don't know if it's new business or not, but I had a complaint from several people about golf carts again. Stopping in the middle of the road and not moving, and those are two, and semis can't get around.
What do you mean, like they're
Probably
talking?
Yes, they're talking. One was a truck and a golf cart, and the other was two golf carts.
And these people
And then-
that, sorry.
And they were in semis, and the semis couldn't get around, and they were very upset. Then I also had one again about, well, it was Halloween, and all the golf carts out, and there were lots of them that were being driven by underage drivers. So,
On Halloween, Doug was present. They could have asked
Did you-
Doug at the time.
well, I don't think that they were.
And
Did
the
you see
one,
anybody?
the one in the truck that was stopped talking to a golf cart with the semi behind him was me.
Oh. Ah,
So
so why didn't you move?
I was talking to the golf cart.
Oh, why were in the middle of the road?
I had my lights on. I had
They
my,
didn't
not
say
flashing, but the regular light,
The caution lights?
yeah.
Well, apparently they didn't know you were a police officer. Do you think it would have been a better idea to be off the road?
At the time, I moved once we realized they were back there.
Oh, okay.
But I was in the middle of a conversation about their driving.
Oh,
So-
okay. Were they underage?
No.
Oh, okay.
In that respect, I
And
know.
to be honest, the underage ones that I keep hearing about, she actually has a driver's license. She just looks really young.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. What were you gonna say about Halloween?
Oh, we'll move on, I'll wait.
Okay.
I do have other new business. We got docked on our audit for not having a correct shelter ordinance because we charge for park fees for rentals for those. I don't know if Joe got with you, this was a long time ago.
I've never heard anything about
She
this.
emailed me over the summer, there's several items that we had to correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
there was-
I've had the list, which I know some of them have been corrected, but the shelter ordinance I thought of for tonight because, for the upcoming park board and everything, I want it to be accessible on the town's website for people to be able to go on and see the fees. And I don't feel like we should do that before we have an ordinance for people to see.
Consultant give you the information for what fees you want to charge.
Yeah, we have them. She can email them to you, but I just didn't know, I didn't want to put the cart before the horse, basically, and put the fees on there and then
Yeah,
have no, like, standing behind it, because we're just charging a number.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
State Board of Accounts is good about coming in and trying to justify their audit by finding a bunch of stuff that you.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot
needed
this
to
year.
do.
Yeah, they justified it was almost 30,000.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to pick the small stuff that I think is fixable quicker. So I just wanted to bring that up before the end of
So
the
we have to
year.
do an ordinance for that?
Yeah, because
Okay.
money's involved.
Okay.
Yeah, do you guys want, now previously the outdoor shelters do cost, do you want that to still be in there, or just the enclosed shelter? I mean, do I know every time someone uses the outdoor shelter down there? Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
because
They're
they
not
just,
gonna.
Right,
Yeah, they just
so
go and-
if you just wanna take that out, you can, or.
I never realized it was charged for the ones that
didn't
are
either.
closed.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't until this year.
I didn't either.
either.
But I believe, like, we had an event there last year, so the company wanted them
All
all.
of them.
That's the only reason I knew.
Mhm,
If the
yeah.
average Joe just goes down there,
Yeah, they just use it.
but I think it's for people that
Like,
want to guarantee they have one.
Oh,
yeah, so that's up to you. If you wanna keep that in there, it's 25 right now for that, and then 60 for the enclosed. So if you
Okay.
guys wanna change that, let me know before I send all that information to Justin.
Well, in my opinion, I didn't know that we charged for the outdoor one until this year when state board came in. Cause I didn't know Kathy was doing that in the past. I would be fine making it first come, first serve for that and only charging for the indoor one.
that's fine with me too.
I'm good with that.
Okay. So just send in the info for the indoor one. And I would very much appreciate that.
And you're
Cause
keeping
then
it,
that's one thing I can cross off from the
and you're
audit.
keeping it at $60, correct?
I say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially now we got nice stuff in there, fans and lights.
You know, and the plan is to update eventually, so I just
I
want.
should have the elevator done in a couple years.
Are the fireplaces, are they functional?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah, talk about it later.
Okay. Justin,
All right.
are the,
No other new business?
I didn't have anything right now.
nope.
All right, has the board reviewed claims?
Yes,
Motion to approve. I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carried. Any additional comments or additions to our meeting?
No. I will make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
No, I'm
Oh,
supposed to
I'm
do
so sorry.
that.
Okay.
I make a motion that we adjourn the meeting. You're supposed to say
All in favor?
Oh, aye.
aye.
Aye. Carried. We're done.